So here's my review of the Brawler 64 wireless gamepad for the Nintendo 64, made by Retro Fighters. I'm gonna show you what's included in the box because I already opened it last night and played with it to get the feel of the controller, and it actually feels great in hand, and it's very responsive. So we got a manual, if y'all can see. I'll get it close to the camera. And then you can see this side. This charging cable, a little Retro Fighter keychain, which I'm gonna put on my keys after I finish this review. Now, here's your controller. The dongle. And when I tried it last night, it actually fit in nice and snug without being too tight and not too loose in the control port for the Nintendo 64. And even with a memory card in here, there was no sag or any proof of it pulling away from the actual controller port. And it was so responsive when I was playing with it. It felt natural to play with the analog stick at the top, the D-pad at the bottom. I forgot about the D-pad, actually. All the buttons are a little bigger than what I'm used to on the Nintendo 64. To me, a little bit bigger. Not a lot, but a little bit. And it feels natural to use this controller when playing non-fighting games as well. The dual Z triggers. I forgot that the Nintendo 64 didn't have two Z trigger buttons. I was using them like it was normal. The R and L1, everything is real responsive and placed comfortably. I have bigger hands, so certain controllers I can't play with. And the original Nintendo 64, I can actually hold it this way and it felt comfortable in my hands. I had no problem. I didn't have to play it with the middle stick or this way or anything. I could play it just like this and had no issues with the controller. And this fits exactly the right way in my hands when playing it. Like, it actually feels better to me than the original controller. I also got this color to match my fantastic ice blue, I think that's what it's called, Nintendo 64. I'm gonna go ahead and get a couple more controllers because I want to match my smoke black and my jungle green Nintendo 64s as well. And I should be getting the red fantastic and the purple fantastic one as well. And I may even import a couple of the Japanese ones. But I'm gonna get a controller for the whole for each Nintendo 64 and the Fantastic series. But like I said, even the D-pad is comfortable. Like, it's no lag or anything. When I was playing fighting games as well, there was no visible lag. If there is lag, I didn't notice it. It felt like I was playing the controller plugged directly into the system with the wires, with the cord, instead of it being wireless. It took no time to sync. As soon as I hit the start button on the controller, within like 2 seconds, the controller and the dongle had already synced to each other, and my system was already reading the memory card before the controller even synced. Once the controller synced to the Nintendo 64, I was right in the middle of playing Bomberman 64 Second Coming, which is, that's a rare game as well. And I didn't notice anything bad about it. Then I went to go play Killer Instinct Gold, and boy, does this make a lot of difference when with the stick up here, and you playing a fighting game. Man, I was getting in the computer's ass. But this is a great controller. Like I said before, I'm gonna get another one. I was gonna get the wired one, but then I held off because I heard speculation that they were coming out with a wireless one when I really decided I was gonna get a wired one. But this thing is absolutely great. As I said before, it feels sturdy, doesn't feel cheap at all. I like the transparent look. You can see the parts inside, and from what I read in the manual, if you want to, you can change the battery out as well. It's easy to take apart, as y'all can see. And here's a front look of it. So it's a nice controller, and I recommend anyone who has a Nintendo 64 to actually invest in this controller. I wanted to get 2 of them, but I didn't realize that when I brought it at the end of the Kickstarter, because I wasn't sure at first if I wanted to get more than one, and then I went back to go get another one, and the Kickstarter had already ended. I was kind of upset, but it don't matter. I'll go ahead and pay full price for another one. So I'm probably gonna be ordering another one on Friday. You know, and I love the keychain. So I'm gonna make the most of this controller. When I go home today, I'm gonna go ahead and play some more fighting games. Try it on Mortal Kombat. Try it on some other obscure Nintendo 64 fighting games, and then actually put in some work on Mario 64 and maybe some other games. But I'm gonna put this through the ringer to see if I can find any issues with it, and I'll post those issues if I find any. But for the 4 games I played, which was Killer Instinct Gold, Bomberman 64 Second Coming, Smash Bros, and what was the other game I played? And Castlevania. Had no problem with the responsiveness of the buttons, the controller, no lag. Didn't have any mystery disconnects that may happen with some of the 2.4 gigahertz controllers out there. It was just all good, and I haven't even charged the controller yet. I wanted to see how long I can play without a full charge, and I played through 4 games, so maybe about, I think I played an hour max. So I'm gonna have to charge the controller when I go home. But it says on the back, next generation Nintendo 64 controller, 2.4 gigahertz wireless technology, wireless range of over 30 feet. And I was at least 10 to 15 feet away from the TV, because I have a nice size tube TV down in my man cave. It says ergonomic and comfortable design, featuring dual Z digital triggers, ultra fast turbo function. I didn't try the turbo function. I never really used turbo on controllers. And it says compatible with memory cards and a responsive analog stick. I can agree with everything but the turbos, because I haven't used a turbo. I don't need turbo for anything. That's a picture of the box. Picture of the back. Side. And side. So I recommend it. I don't know what you're doing with your retro collection, but if you don't have the wireless or the wired Brawler 64, you're messing up. So go ahead and get you one of these controllers, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to enjoy mine in a few hours. Y'all have a nice day.